we are older than the Bible, man. That's a fact. I mean,
does that mean you're older than African?
As a word?
Yeah. So what's your real nationality? It's not African.
I'm telling you, we're in the process of creating we're new people. That's a fact.
Create a nationality?
We are new people, man.
No, if you're older than African, then what's your real nationality?
We haven't synthesized that yet.
Hey, guys,
we are actually in the process right now, you and me.
We're in the process
of right now of actually creating our true identity.
Hey, what's going on, family? Y'all know that nationality?
Bring it out, and it breathes. Right aloud, spare none. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
That's right. We're not in the library. We're not going to whisper. All right? We're not.
Chapter 22, verse 32. I am the God of Abraham. Not the God of the dead, but of the living. And the dead can be our people as well, right? Everybody know about Ezekiel 37. What's your nationality?
That's a good question. Basically, America.
America?
You know, just most people in America.
Right.
Yeah, different. We have amalgamation of different African.
So I can hear the brother. You said what?
We're amalgamation of different nationalities, like Nigerian, Cameroon, Benin. Yeah, it's a lot. So it's just an amalgamation.
All right, you believe in the Bible?
African.
Why is that?
Because I mean, the God of the Bible is not the God of the Africans. We Africans. We're not Israelites.
So what's your
We're not Middle Eastern.
So you're African, right?
We all African.
Is everybody African?
We all African. I know y'all believe in DNA, right?
First and foremost, how did your ancestors make it to America?
Slavery.
Slaves, right?
Yeah.
You know that's prophesied in the Bible?
That's not us.
Who is it?
That is the Jews during the Roman Empire.
During the Roman Empire?
Yeah, during the Roman Empire. Yeah, they had slave ships in the Roman Empire. You know about Spartacus.
Okay, where was Egypt?
Egypt.
Yeah.
That's not Africa.
Did he actually mean they're going to go back into Egypt?
Egypt is not the land of the bondage. If you're trying to.
So what's the real spiritual Egypt in that sense? If it's referring
They were
to.
talking about Egypt, the geographical Egypt.
Oh, you say geographical reasons, right?
Geographical.
All right, let's read the scriptures. Let's see what it say. Let's get the two definitions.
You're gonna go to Revelation. It's not the house. It's not the place of learning. That's not what you just
We got Exodus 20 and 2.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Right, out of the house of bondage. That's all Egypt means. It's a house of bondage.
That's not the literal translation.
It's just the house of bondage.
I see what you mean.
It comes from Mitzrayim. It's like between the rock and the hard place.
That's right, I
It's like between the rock and the hard place. It's between straits, right? Egypt came from, that came from the Greeks. It was first named Egyptos. But nevertheless, the original name was Mitzrayim. Right? That's the original name, Mitzrayim. I'm about to explain it to you. It's Mitzrayim. Right? What did Deuteronomy 28 and 68?
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right, that's him speaking to the Israelites, right? He said you're going to go back to Egypt again. Egypt is his
When we looking at how long did the Romans control North Africa? We're looking at a span of like 700 years. So when we looking at that passage, I mean, you gotta. Again, they had ships, huh? They had ships. The Romans did. The Jews, which is
all I asked was where was Egypt? All I'm asking, where was Egypt?
Egypt is in Africa.
Is it referring to that same Egypt?
Yeah, it is.
It's not. Go to verse 46.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46.
You see, this is happening during the Roman time, right?
Right.
That means we were already Hellenized. But let's see what it says.
All right, you're not helping.
And they
No,
shall
no, no, no. You saying all of this is you're saying that this happened during the Roman Empire, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see what it says. Where you at?
I'm saying that's fulfilled the prophecy during the
Let's see,
Roman
a
Empire.
nation prophet. I think that's with a tongue that thou shalt not know. 49. Verse 49.
now, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
If this is hold on, you gotta explain the verse. If this is speaking about the Roman time, who was already Hellenized during the Greek period. So we already understood Rome. So how could this be? So how could this be referring to the Roman captivity? It wouldn't make any sense.
It says something about the eagle, right?
Okay.
Rome used the eagle
Yeah, so does
as a
America and
symbol of the
Russia.
nation.
Yeah, so does America and Russia. Now it's not talking about Russia though, is it?
About America.
Hold on, it's not talking about Russia. It's not talking about Spain, but it's talking about what? The so-called white man modern day today. Because again, you never answered my question. Hold on, you never answered my question.
What's up? Yeah.
It says a language that thou shalt not understand. During the Roman Empire, we already knew people. It's like we already knew Greek. Right? Wait a minute. Didn't we know Greek already because it was Hellenized?
No, that's African.
No. That's way after. That's way after the point. I'm saying during the Greek Empire, during the Roman Empire, were we Hellenized? Yes or no?
I know what you're saying.
Go to Luke the second chapter in the first verse.
We not the Jews, man. We
Where are the?
African.
Okay, hold on. What tribe? What tribe?
We are the amalgamation. We are black. We are amalgamation of different African groups.
Again, you're not making
and we
any sense
created
because how
okay.
can they come to us? Hold on, how can they come to us with a language that we didn't understand?
That's not us.
Brother, you gotta let me finish. You gotta let me finish. It still doesn't make any sense. You gotta understand that. Hold on. It still doesn't make any sense. Even if speaking about another people, it still doesn't make any sense. Hold on. Wait a minute, brother. You have to let me finish. You have to let me finish. What I'm saying is, I know that this is speaking about us because again, how could it not? Because if the people came against us with a language that we did not understand, even though we're in that land already and we're already Hellenized, how didn't they know that land, that language? How didn't they know? No, that's my question. No, that's my question. No, that is my question. That's my question, brother. How didn't they know that language when they were already in that land Hellenized?
You're talking about the Levant, right?
I'm talking about the Israelites because it said the Israelites. So how didn't they know that language when they were already Hellenized?
All right, let's build on that, though. Let's build on that. All right, so we already know that the Jews, they got their alphabet straight from Egypt.
No, it said a language that you won't know. No, it said a language
from
that you will
Egypt.
not know. A language that you will not know. But they were already Hellenized. They already knew the language.
West Africa.
Hold on. Okay, let's say, hold on, brother. So you can, no, brother. Let's say, just so you can understand, right?
I see what you mean,
brother. Just so you can
All right, go
understand, brother. This is bad. Let's say it's not. Okay, let's say it's not us. All right, let's say it's not us. So who claims to be the real Jews?
I keep it real with you. All right, so we looking at the Jews today, right?
Who are the real Jews?
They're made up people. They're made up people.
They're one of the
They created a
oldest
mythological book. You looked at a mythological book, and there was a group within the Levant region who had haplogroup J. So you're looking at haplogroup J versus
Yeah, Luke the
haplogroup
second
E.
chapter.
We want to talk about genealogy. Let's talk about haplogroups.
You never even answered my question in general. How can they learn the language that they already understood?
They understood that. They were saying
No, they already spoke Greek, brother. They already spoke Greek. Go to 2 Matthew 6:9. You don't know what's wrong. I'm saying this is the Roman captivity.
The Roman captivity.
You make no
So we
sense. It's
saying
embarrassing.
we saying that prophecy was fulfilled by the Roman captivity with those people within
No,
the Levant
brother.
regions, huh?
No, I'm saying
That's not
no,
us, huh?
no. Let me say this. Let me paint the picture for you. If you speak Greek, right? Let's say you just speak Greek. This is an example.
Yeah.
Let's say you speak Greek. My nation's gonna come over you, right?
Yeah.
And speak a language that you don't know. But mind you, already speak Greek. That makes no sense. You already know Greek.
Who's speaking Greek though? We weren't speaking Greek in Nigeria. We weren't speaking.
Brother, you getting too deep. You're getting too deep.
We have to
brother.
go deep, bro, because this is deep. What y'all
Get into
doing?
deep.
We got to get deep.
Go to
we want to
Revelation
go into
13:9.
genealogy. We want to prove ourselves. We got to show and prove.
Go to 2 Peter 2:1. We're gonna get the milk out for you. We're gonna get the milk out for you.
All right, go
brother.
ahead.
That since Deuteronomy 28:68 is way too deep, let's get the milk out. All right. did the Africans have in slavery?
What Africans are you talking about?
All the Africans.
What Africans?
All the so-called Africans.
We're not all the same people.
No, I know that there's difference.
You
Right?
talking about?
No, I know you have to hit test the parasites.
You talking about? You talking
Go
about?
to Joel 3 and 5. Did the Africans have the Jews in the slavery? Yes or no?
The Jews had Africans in slavery.
Where's the account?
Huh?
Where's the account?
Where's the account?
Yeah.
Ah. You never seen the secret relationship or read the book, The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews? Those are historical evidence that Jews, what do you call them?
You talking about the Jewish man?
I mean,
The
whatever you wanna
Jewish
say.
man
I mean,
had the Israelites in slavery.
I mean, the original people within that region were dark skinned, but they not us. When you look at haplogroups, they not us. Just
So
because
who
they
are
dark
they? So who are
skinned.
they?
Just because they dark
So
skinned
who
does
are
not
they?
mean that they're
Who
West
are they,
African. Though. That's
brother?
what I'm saying. They're not haplogroup.
Brother, who are they?
They have the haplogroup J.
Who are they,
And
brother?
They have haplogroup J and E and T.
I'm always saying that shit, Navy, Navy. Brother, you're not answering any questions. This is bad, brother. Go to Revelation
How do
13
you
and
know
9.
the answers?
This is terrible.
How do you know
You already got caught up on Deuteronomy 28 and 49. How can I come against you with a new language if you're already speaking that language?
the answers?
No,
Take it
brother.
from Africa. You got to take it from West Africa.
It's the book of
We had
Revelation,
nothing
chapter
but-
13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
If you're so-called African, that means you want to slavery. Yeah, you did. Yes, they did. The so-called Africans. Go to Judges. It's like it. Go to Judges chapter 13, verse 1.
Is Ashanti?
Go to Exodus
Is
chapter
Ashanti
1, verse
Israelite?
6.
Is Ashanti
Yes,
Israelite?
that's in the scriptures.
They had slaves.
Who?
The Ashanti
Now,
tribe.
which people?
The Ashantis, huh?
No, they had which people in slavery?
They had the people from Ghana,
Ghana.
different Ghana.
The
different
Ashantis
Nigerian
all
tribes.
the way in Israel.
They were
When did Ghana get its name? Somebody Google, when did Ghana get its name?
That's not
What are you talking about, brother?
Ghana is not
What
a
are you
Hebrew
talking
word.
about?
Ghana is not a Hebrew word.
I know
I see what
that.
you're trying to say, but Ghana is not a Hebrew
Hold on, brother.
It's
You're
not a
you're just not making any sense, brother. You gotta humble down first. You humble down.
myself.
Let's get this.
Go ahead.
Get Exodus chapter 1, verse 6. It's like it's on verse 7.
You answer me what?
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse.
And I'm gonna tell you why that's okay, right? If you go to a school district, if you go to the law, or let's say you go to the judges, they're gonna answer you according to their books, right? So we're gonna answer you according to the Bible. Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 7. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them.
Go ahead.
Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph, and he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we.
All right, let's get to the point. Go ahead.
Come on and let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us and so get them out of the land.
Right. And what did the Egyptians end up doing to the Israelites? They put them into slavery. You read about that in Exodus. Go to Exodus.
In slavery at all. I can show you proof. I can show you proof. If you want to debate this, I mean, you have to show me proof. Because the Bible says that the rocks will be crying out. We got DNA evidence. Now, bro, so that's facts. Yo, the people who worked in Egypt were paid. They were paid people. They weren't in slavery. That's all mythology.
What is?
Jews being in slavery by Egyptians. That's not true.
Yeah, you can bring it up, bro. Yes. Can somebody pass me the phone part? It kind of fell off. You trying to pass me the phone, sir?
Egypt, country in E of Africa, also called country of Ham.
The country of what?
Country of Ham.
That's the Hamites. Do you agree with that?
You're not Hamites. That's dealing with. Even when you look, I want to go on this.
Let's go to Ham. Hold on, let's go to Ham. Hold on, let's go to Ham now.
Hold on, let me build, because I see what you're trying to do. When you look at earlier Christian theologians, they considered North Africans and people of the Levant region of Ham. When it came to people of sub-Saharan Africans, they didn't even look at us as being human beings, huh? They looked at us being beasts. We were here before. A lot of theologians even call us the pre-Adamic people. So when you're looking at that, because we're so great. I mean, we don't go 6,000 years. We're older than 6,000 years, huh? We're older than 6,000 years. I mean, that's a fact. But your Bible only goes how long? It goes like 6,000 years. Black man, you are before
What's
the
your nationality?
Yo, we black.
Are you the color of my boots? Confound it.
No, check this out.
Are you the color of my boots, brother? Are you the color of my
Black
boots?
is culture,
Brother,
color,
it's black on the
and
map.
customs.
It's black on the map.
Customs, and
Where's my
culture.
map? Can you pass me that?
That's because we go. It's different levels.
Brother, is there a country of black?
Yeah, Sudan. It's called the land of the black.
No, it's not. Brother.
Sudan called the land of the black.
Brother, is it black?
Ethiopia is called the birth, like the
It's
place of the
birthplace, brother.
Yeah.
But that's a
Black.
derogatory term, brother. That's not a real nationality. Nobody can be a color. Hold on, let me give you one thing. You have an East Indian, right? He looks dark as you. Can you say? Hold on. Why not? Why not?
Because he doesn't come from West Africa. He doesn't come from the Haplogroup. He doesn't come from the Haplogroup. So they're not our same people. That's what I'm saying. Y'all got that same confusion. You're using that same logic, trying to line yourself to those people within the East.
Brother, I gotta ask, what YouTube channel did you learn this from? No, be honest, be real, brother. Be real, brother. Did you watch this on YouTube channel? No,
I'm gonna show you what I'm
saying. No, that's Hebrew. Why are you using our language?
So you like to be a Hebrew Israelite.
You used to be That explains it. Drop everything. That explains it. Right? That explains it. Spell upon your tongue. Go to Isaiah 45 and 25. Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 28. That explains it. All right. You say you used to be a nationality. An Asian would never tell me I used to be Chinese. That makes no sense.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. I showed him proof that's not our nationality. But y'all trying to go with the Bible to show your. Come on. Man, we're older than the Bible. We're older than Abraham. We're older than 6,000 years old. That's a fact.
In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 28, and the Lord shall smite thee with madness, blindness, and punishment of heart. Right? That's blindness, brother. That's Isaiah 9th chapter. Right? You're looking at blindness because you're looking at blindness. You said, oh no, you said you're African. You said you're African. That's a continent with 50 plus countries. No, not even an Ethiopian would tell me he's African first. He's going to say he's Ethiopian, right? No, you said African. You said African. That's still wrong. That's still wrong, brother. Brother got a precept. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6, and verse 30. Reprobate silver shall men call them because the Lord hath rejected. Yeah, that's plain upon table. Come closer. I want you said that's not a nationality. All right, let's go to Jonah.
Have you ever
Verse 10. Were the men exceedingly. We're going to answer that. Hold on. We're going to answer that question. We're going to answer that. Yes. We're going to answer
Where did you find out?
Hold on, brother. Hold on. Let's go precept upon precept. Bring it out. It's the book of Jonah, chapter 1 and verse 10. Then were the men exceedingly afraid and said unto him, why hast thou done this? For the man knew that he fled from the presence of the Lord. Because these people asked him, what type of man is this? Where did he come from? What's your occupation? Start at verse, where we go? You start verse 7. Jonathan 1 and verse 7. And they say, everyone his fellow, come and let us cast lots, that we may know for whose cause this evil is upon us. So they cast lots, and a lot fell upon Jonah. Then they said unto him, tell us, we pray thee, for whose cause is this evil upon us? Go ahead. What is thy occupation? What's your occupation? Go ahead. And whence comest thou? What is thy country? And of what people art thou? What people? What kindred? What nation are you? Go ahead. And he said to him, I am a Hebrew. I'm a what? I am a Hebrew. I am a Hebrew. Obviously, he's an Israelite, right? He wasn't an Edomite. He was a Hebrew what? Israelite. That's his people. Hold on, that's his people. That's his nationality. That's who he is. Does that make sense? But does that make, hold on, does that make, before we answer you, does that make sense? Does that make sense, brother?
He probably like, maybe I'm too worthy to be.
I got this history. This is by George M. Ferguson, The Black Image in the White Mind. Page 74, the last sentence. In the 1840s, Morton collaborated with George R. Gilden, an Egyptologist, who provided him with mummy heads and information about the racial significance of Egyptian tomb inscriptions. In Crania Egyptologica, published in 1844, Morton pointed out that both cranial and archaeological evidence showed that the Egyptians were not Negroes, as abolitionists and colonizationists had maintained, and that in fact blacks had been relegated to the same servile position in ancient Egypt as in modern America.
That's right. Bring out Isaiah 44 and 25. Isaiah 44 and 25.
But what did your DNA show?
Isaiah 44 and 25.
What did your DNA show?
Hey, that we Israelites. And we found it out through Deuteronomy 28. But you don't like that, you don't like that DNA test. You don't like that DNA test, brother. Yes. Yes. See, and that might be too high. That just might be too high for you. We took a spiritual DNA
So
test.
that would mean that your ancestors was possibly bought and sold by the Jews. If they showed that you're an Israelite.
That happened to us.
So you
we
talking
was
about
bought and sold by the Jewish man.
Okay, so
That literally happened.
so you're basically saying you're an Edomite then?
No,
Since that's Esau,
brother, get mine. Bring this up.
are you telling me that the Jews
The
in
book of
Africa was
Isaiah
black?
chapter 44 and verse 5. That frustrateth the tokens of liars and maketh diviners mad and turneth wise men backward. And he turned the wise man backwards. Brother, you was wise at one point. You knew your nationality, you knew your culture, and the Lord turned you backwards.
Do you believe in the book of Enoch?
No.
Okay.
We don't give that book.
All right.
Why did you ask it for?
I just asked.
Do you believe in it?
No, I just asked. There's different groups that do ask.
What was the reason that you asked? What's the reason?
Because you know the book of Enoch says that Noah was white.
Exactly.
That's why you reject
Yeah, that's why it's off.
That's why you reject
That's why it's off. And guess what else the book of Enoch said?
So-
Guess what else the book of Enoch said? The angel said, pray for us. You had angels doing wickedness. That makes no sense. I'm talking about breaking the Lord's commandments. Is that what it says in Psalms 103? No. Bring that up, King. What's that, Psalms 103 and 20?
Contradicts the Bible.
It said that they came down to a man witchcraft, had sex with women.
Bring up Sirach 39 and 26. We're going to get this first. Sirach 39 and 26. That's why that book of Enoch is off. It's wicked. The only reason why people made that book is to just fabricate, just to be a fabricator, pretty much. You got it. Sirach 39 and 26.
But is it true?
No.
It's all false. That's why the Lord said, beware of the making of many books. These many books is going to make people go astray.
Sirach chapter 39, verse 26. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water.
Jump down to 28.
Verse 28. There will be spirits that are created for vengeance.
Right? Another word for spirit is what? The angels. Certain angels are created for destruction of the Lord. Go ahead.
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made him.
Go ahead.
Fire and hell and famine and death, and all these were created for vengeance.
And what else?
Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction.
Punishing the who?
Punishing the wicked to destruction.
Who gave them the order to do so? Let's read it. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 103, and verse 20. Bless the Lord, ye and his angels that excel in strength, that do his commandments. No, sometimes do his commandments. That do his commandments. Only when they feel like that do his commandments. They do it 100% all the time. Go ahead. Hearkening unto the voice of his word. So if the Lord tell the angel, hey, fall upon that man, the angel's not going to say, I got to clock out. I got to go take care of my families. That never happened. Not even Ezekiel 9 and 4. It never happened. So that's why the book of Enoch is false. They said, Noah's the white man. It's all false.
I mean, we are before that Bible. That's a fact, man. You look at, we got monuments in Sudan that dates back to 70,000 years. We are older than the Bible, man. That's a fact. I mean,
does that mean you're older than Africa?
as a word.
Yeah. So what's your real nationality? It's not African.
I'm telling you, we're in the process of creating we're new people. That's a
We can
fact.
create a nationality.
We are new people, man.
No. If you're older than African, then what's your real nationality?
We haven't synthesized that yet.
Hey,
We are actually in the process right now. You and me.
We're in the process of what?
Right now of actually creating our true identity.
We can
Because we
create a
are
true
lost
identity.
people. We're
You know
lost people.
what's the worst thing in the world? An Asian man, no other nation will ever tell me anything like this but our own people.
Exactly.
Wait. You know why though? You know why? Hold on. You know why? Because they wasn't indoctrinated for 400 years. Right? They didn't get taught. Hold on. No, brother. I can explain.
We were Muslims on the ships. Huh?
You said what?
We were Muslims on the slave ship too.
Where did the Muslim religion come from?
All of that are enemies to our people, man.
No. Where did the Muslim?
The Jews,
Where did that
the
come from, brother?
The Jews, the Christians, the Muslims.
Where did that come
all of those
from?
are enemies to our people.
No, where did the Muslim?
They came from that same people within the Bible.
So what's the point? Why would you bring a Muslim? What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying that when we came one ship, we were Muslims. So why did we cling on to that again?
Brother, they forced it to be Muslim.
Because
You have something called the hold on. You have something called the
forced that Bible.
no, brother. You have something called the sub-Saharan slave trade. They forced us to be Muslim. And then when we got off the boat, they took advantage of us not being able to read English and say, okay, it says I'm the white man, and the white man is the best of all people, and you have to serve me. They took advantage of us not knowing how to read and to write. That's why people say, oh, the Bible's the white man, but that indoctrinated us. They don't even know Romans.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm saying that's why our people say that, and you're saying something very similar though.
No, I think I'm saying different.
Nevertheless, you believe that this Bible is what to our people? Is it good or evil?
That is not the God of our people.
Who
The
is
Bible
the
tells
God
you
of our people?
that. It says it's the God of the Israelites, right?
Who are the
We're not
Israelites?
Israelites.
Who are the
We're not
Israelites?
God's chosen people.
Who are the Israelites?
That's not us.
Who are they?
They're made
Your
up
mind's
people.
not right, brother.
They're made up people, huh?
They're made up.
They're made up.
They created
identity probably around.
God's children.
What's the oldest book? The oldest Bible is how old?
My book bag about the show.
We like God's only.
With the
We like
green
God's
inside.
only
Let
child.
me ask you this.
We like God's only child.
What's the
Our
what's the date of the first Bible?
Israel.
Can you find me the oldest Bible? And when was it written?
250 BC.
250 BC or 70?
No, the Septuagint is the oldest Bible. It's the Old Testament written in Greek. Right by the Alexandria. So you don't even know that.
So what do you want to do with that information?
I'm just trying to show you.
Yeah, what YouTube channel?
No,
That's what I asked.
the only reason I'm bringing that up
What YouTube
is just to
channel?
show you guys that you are older than the Bible. Huh? Y'all going to something that's younger than us in order to try to define you. And it's the wrong approach. It's the wrong approach.
You just said the Hebrews was made up people, but it didn't.
Nah, I'll keep it like this. When it comes to the people within the Levant regions, it was at a time they actually created an identity for themselves. Why do we know that? Because Yahweh's an Edomite God.
Hold on, check this out. We got some history.
Yahweh is an Edomite God.
It's not even Yahweh, but it's not even Yahweh, but
Yahweh.
we're gonna bring it up. Right, this is the Black Obelisk. When you listen, this is the Black Obelisk, the Assyrian monument of King Solomon Nassar III. He reigned between 858 and 824 BC. The most complete Assyrian obelisk yet discovered, so it's the most complete one. It is dedicated with cuneiform inscriptions and reliefs recording military campaigns and other triumphs, including pay of tribute by King Jehu of Israel. Who? Of Israel. So this obelisk written in the ancient world by the Assyrians, this is King Jehu. That's a king of Israel. Why is a made-up person, the whole made-up person, why is his history? How is it in there?
Who's L?
His name is
No, who's L? Who's L?
Brother, can you answer the brother? Brother, can you answer the brother? Can you answer this, brother? You said,
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this. Yo, who's L?
brother.
No, you got to answer this first, and it would answer you.
What was the question?
Why is an ancient Assyrian document that you can actually go to the museum and see? Listen, no, I'm not done. Why? I'm saying answer this question. Why is it an ancient Assyrian document written in cuneiform? Why does it mention Jehu, the king of Israel, if they're made up? Yeah, it's too deep for you, brother.
I'm gonna put it
too
like
deep for you, brother.
I'm gonna have to really review that, no joke. Because when you look at
Let's get another one.
let me actually bring something up.
Brother, it's too, you gotta humble down, brother. You just gotta humble down. Nah. Man, Most High kicked him out, man. You knew your identity, and then bam, you got it taken away from you again, twice.
Come on. I'm just putting it like this. When you look at Israel, I'm not saying that wasn't a real place.
You just said it.
I'm not saying, no, I'm just
You just
saying
said it wasn't a real people.
they became a real people. They became a real people. That's a fact. During, I can't really give a certain definite time, but we know that Yahweh is an Edomite God. El is a Canaanite. El is a Canaanite deity. Is that a fact? Do you see who's Mike El?
Brother? What does that have to do with you know who you are? What's that?
Gabriel, Mike El, Israel.
No, it's Mike
They are
El.
actually
Brother.
paying homage to El.
No, brother. That's English. You're using that English spell doctrine. It's Michael. That's the Hebrew for Michael. Not Michael. It's Michael, brother.
I mean, we actually.
No, brother. You gotta.
Let's get some more history for this made-up people. Right, this is the Tel Dan Stele. It's a fragment stele containing Canaanite inscription which dates to the 9th century BCE. It is notable for being the most significant and perhaps only extra biblical archaeology reference to the house of David.
See that? So it mentions the house of David. But you just said it's made up people. Why does a Canaanite inscription about a whole nother nation?
Again, it's a Canaanite people. Israel is a Canaanite people. That's
I'm
what
saying they're not Canaanite.
They're Canaanite, God.
What?
They're Canaanite. I mean, when you look at, what does Hebrew mean? Doesn't that mean like crossover? That's a Canaanite word.
Hebrew means the sons of Eber. The Eber
means the son of Eber.
The reason why you said crossover because Eber, he still kept it's like he still kept the language and the cultural traditions of his people, which were the sons of God. Even after the flood, he still knew who he was. So that's why we're Hebrews after Eber. Again, be honest, brother. Be honest. What YouTube channel did you watch? Be honest. I'm asking in sincerity.
Nah, I just read books, bro.
What books?
What book?
Yahweh Before Israel. That was a good
Who
book.
wrote that book?
Check this out.
I forgot his name, but you know, in that book, he pretty much clearly shows and reveals, proof that Yahweh was actually the God of the statues, which is Edomite.
That's why you gotta.
That's the statues. So are you saying that to the statues?
Right, here's another artifact, right? It's the Magdala stone. It's carved stone block unearthed by archaeologists in the Galilean synagogue in Israel, dating to before the destruction of the Second Temple. And when you look at this stone, it got the menorah on it, it got the lily flower on it, it got all these different things that was inscribed within Solomon's tomb. Right, and check it out.
Let's see the author of this book. Show him the author of this book that he just said. Check it out. Edomite, man. So-called.
You gonna listen to so-called white man, brother? The man that didn't I just say we've been indoctrinated for 400 years?
The King James.
Hold on, we've been indoctrinated for 400 years, brother. This is a bit of indoctrination. He's not an Israelite. Somebody pull up King James at the time.
He got there's mad white pictures of King James, huh?
Brother,
That's his mad white pictures.
who ruled Ireland during the Middle Ages?
King James right there, brother. There was white people in Ireland as well. There was
No.
black people.
Who ruled?
I can't really comment on that.
The
I know
Israelites.
what you're talking.
Brother, it's right there. It's literally right
It
there.
says Jacob right here in the left.
It's right there.
It says Jacob.
This is literal history. This is proof in the pudding.
Look at that note.
You actually have to, brother. Can you look at that coin, brother? Did you look at that coin?
I see what you're trying to say.
Did you see the brother? Did you see the nose?
That's not us.
So white people got a broad nose like you.
I mean,
No, brother.
you know,
brother,
you have. I
is-
mean, dealing with the.
What does it look like, brother? It's like
royal family, they have black people. I'm not trying to contest that. I'm not trying to contest that at all.
What was King James' son nickname?
I'm not really sure.
The Black Boy.
I didn't know that.
Hey, brother, we
He
ruled
actually.
during the Middle Ages, brother. We ruled during the Middle Ages.
when the Bible came out in 1611, what was going on in 1611? They were building that.
Hold on, real quick, hold on. You said
King
what?
James, 1611, King James Bible came out.
Yeah,
What was
come
also
out there.
going on in
He authorized
1611?
in 1611.
They were
Listen.
building plantations up in Virginia.
Okay, so what? What does that have to do with anything?
That means, so if he's like our
Hold on,
people,
real quick. What
if
does
he's
that
our
have to do with
people,
anything?
he enslaved our
What does
people.
that have to do with anything?
Everybody that's your skin folk is not your kinfolk. What they say.
What does
right?
that have to do with
That's not
anything?
your-
Does that mean you're not Israel?
Yeah, does that stop him from being Israelite? What does that have to do with anything?
I mean, like, y'all putting reverence on it, the Bible. Like, that's your enemy, huh?
Brother,
At the long,
hold on, wait a minute.
King
wait a
James is your
minute.
enemy.
Go to
When
Revelation
you say
13:9 again.
you got Jamestown in Virginia.
Brother,
Where
say
did-
what, brother?
You just agreed.
Go to Revelation 13:9.
Just agreed. You came to it because you agreed.
I didn't agree that.
Hold on.
I didn't agree with
Hold on,
that.
brother.
Yeah, bro.
Are you saying King James is a white man?
I'm going to say King James is a white man.
Bring this up.
It's the book
You're
of
not-
Revelation,
it's not in the
chapter
Bible.
13, verse 9.
Remember, hold on. If you wait, brother, if you believe King James is a white man, that means you have to believe that he authorized it, correct? Okay, so let's read what he authorized. You know, the white man literally wrote that. Go ahead.
Revelation 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into
So the
captivity.
white man said he's going to go into captivity.
You know they.
The white man said that.
Now you know they enslave their own people, huh?
No, brother. No, brother. I'm saying no,
Okay,
no,
you-
brother,
you
no,
wouldn't
brother.
say that.
Who is he? No. Who is the audience? The audience is Israel, right?
I can't.
Okay, let's read it again.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Continue.
He that leadeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Romans 1-7, go
Here is
ahead.
the patience in the faith of the saints.
The saints are the Israelites. So the so-called white man talking about himself going in.
Saints, that's
Hold
a
on, wait a minute.
Catholic
Hold on a
word,
minute. Hold on.
That's a Catholic
Hold on,
word. Why is a
brother.
Catholic word in the Bible?
Oh my God,
Saints?
brother.
What is a saint?
You like a little kid, brother. Damn.
What is a saint?
You can't even understand the whole message. Wait a minute.
No, we're going to have to make it. We're going to have to go line upon line,
Go
precept
to
upon
Psalm
precept.
11 and 7.
We're going to have to go line upon line, precept upon precept.
Why
I
are you
wanna know
quoting
what is a
something that you
saint?
don't believe
What
in?
is a saint?
Brother, that's sad, brother.
What is a saint?
Bring out Isaiah 44:25 again. You know who you were? The Most High made the wise backwards. And even a Jewish man would walk up and say, "You're the Israelite." What are you talking about? We've talked to Jewish people that admitted it.
Everybody's
That the
Israelite.
Jewish man said, "Look, man, y'all in Israel."
Like they just trying to
Trying to what?
themselves to a people, bro. They've been doing that for years. They just trying to.
No, I'm
attach
saying the
themselves to
Jewish
real
man
people.
would have said that you're
That's it.
Israelite.
They just trying to attach themselves to a real people.
Who?
Jews. The Jews is trying to attach themselves to us.
Brother, you shake.
They
You
all
don't know
trying
what's
to attach.
going on. You don't know the word. You forgot your nationality. Where's your culture now? What's your culture? That's
Black.
That's your culture?
Black is a culture.
Can you sell weed to your brothers?
Weed is not our culture. Huh?
No, do you believe in selling weed to your brothers?
That is not our culture.
No, I'm asking
No,
you-
I don't.
So you don't believe in selling weed to your brothers?
I don't sell drugs to my people.
No, I said, do you believe in people selling weed to their brothers?
Do I believe that people are selling weed to
No,
them?
do you believe in that notion that it's okay? No, I'm asking, do you believe it's okay within your culture, within your community?
Do I believe that selling drugs?
No, weed. Yeah.
It depends.
You hate
Depends
your
on it.
brother. You hate your brother.
How is that hitting your brother when you
Because
talking about?
guess what actually,
How's that hitting your
hold
brother?
on. I'm
When you
answering.
talking about- When you talking about,
I'm answering that, brother.
when you talking about, wait a minute.
I can answer
When you
Because
talking
when you
about,
smoke weed, what do you do?
Hold on,
You
wait a
cough,
minute.
right? That's a defense mechanism. That's your body trying to expel the
but it also
the
helps
smoke.
kids with epilepsy. It
No,
also
brother,
helps kids
no,
with epilepsy.
brother.
So what are you talking about? So if you're helping kids with epilepsy, is that bad? That's helping kids with epilepsy? But if I'm selling drugs just to sell drugs,
Brother, you gotta repent, brother. It's still time for you to repent. Humble down. Bring out Matthew 18:1. You gotta toss you aside, brother. That's,
I gotta go though. But y'all
yeah,
before
you got to,
Israel,
what's your nationality?
black.
Yeah, you're the color of my boots. That's shameful, brother. I would feel ashamed. I would feel embarrassed if I said I'm black. I would feel very
Why?
embarrassed.
Because the white man.
You
makes
the color of my boots.
The white man
Damn, brother.
The white man make
Yeah,
you
show
feel
me the
embarrassed
currency
about
black. Show me the currency black.
Sudan.
Impossible.
All right, Zanzibar,
You talking about all those?
Sudan.
Are they all black?
Ethiopia,
Are they all black?
all black.
That's East Africa. You said you're West Africa.
I'm West African, but yeah, I'm West African, but my people do come from Sudan as well.
You might be Ham, brother. You might be Ham. Yeah, you kind of do. You might be a Ham, brother. You might be a Hamite. You might be Ham. You might be Ham.
What's his name?
You might be Ham.
Brother, who's your father?
Huh?
What's your father race?
My father's race?
Yeah.
We all black.
Yeah, that's shameful, brother. You would not be saying that. Hold on, brother. You wouldn't say that 800 years ago. You would not say I'm black. Right? You wouldn't say that 1,000 years ago, brother. That's a shame, brother.
The N-word, probably then. I don't know.
Right, because so that proves what? That you're not really black. The same way you wouldn't be a nigga.
It doesn't, huh? It
Yeah,
doesn't,
it
huh?
does, brother.
No,
That's
it doesn't.
shameful.
Okay. Why would
Brother, you knew who you was.
take a DNA
But you
test?
got that American hat on, brother.
It's just a hat.
No, it's not just a hat. See, that's the indoctrination. Raise your hand if you wear an American hat. Hell no. America's gonna be destroyed.
In fact, it is.
Right, so why you wearing an American hat?
It's a hat, huh?
It's a hat. Okay.
Fact
And
it
the cross
is.
is just a cross.
In fact, it is. I mean, but
It's just a cross is just a cross. A cross is alright, bro.
You think the cross is
You're not even going to get it. Bro, you're not even going to get it. Bring out Deuteronomy 28 and 28 again.
all right,
So I can bring out John 10 and 27. Lord willing, brother. Lord willing, brother. You're not black.
We're black. We're from
I never heard an Ethiopian say he's black. He say he's Ethiopian. But he don't say he's black. Yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame. You might be Esau, man, for all we know. Bring it up.
This is the book of St. John, chapter 10 and verse 27. You said 27? Salakis. Verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish. Neither
Salaki, right? And the Lord said, my sheep hear my voice, man. And they know my voice. And he didn't know the voice of the Lord, right? That's clear as day. He's calling themselves black Ethiopian. Go to Daniel chapter 1, verse 1. Yeah, for a lack of knowledge. You can go back to 2 Maccabees 6 and 9.
For the lack of knowledge.
And you go to Isaiah 1 and 3.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 1 and verse 1. In the 3rd year of the reign of Joachim, king of Judah, King Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem, and besieged it. And the Lord gave Joachim, king of Judah, into his hand with part of the vessels of the house of God.
Now you can jump down to verse 6.
Verse 6. Now among these were the children of Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. And unto whom the king of eunuchs gave names, for he gave into Daniel name of Belshazzar.
Right, so Daniel's in captivity under the hand of the Persians. And he gave him a whole new name. All right? Jake, you're in the land of your oppressors. Right? You're in the land of America. And he gave you a whole new name. You're black now. You're a nigger. You're a Moor. You're an African. Your mind's not right. This is what happens when you're in slavery. Right? I'm sure the brother's seen Roots. Go ahead. And the reason why I brought that up is to say this. In the movie Roots, hey, what happened to him? He went from Kunta Kinte to Toby. Right? When your name changed, what follows? Your culture, your identity, your nationality. Everything else changes, so-called. Or at least that's the so-called white man's goal. You continue.
And to Hananiah of Shadrach, and to Mishael of Meshach, and to Azariah of Abednego.
See that? Right? So the point is, they all got their names changed. But guess what? They still knew who they were. They still kept the commandments. They still believed in the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. Alright? You can go to Job 38 and 26. You can bring this up. It's like at 38 and 36. Job 38 and 36.
This is the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 9. And whoso would not conform themselves to the manners of the Gentiles, shall be put to death.
Shall be what?
Shall be put to death. Then might a man have seen the present misery. For there were 2 women brought who had circumcised their children, whom when they had openly led round about the city, the babes hanging at their breasts, they cast them down headlong from the wall. And others that had run together into caves nearby to keep the Sabbath day secretly, being discovered to Philip, were all burnt together, because they made conscience to help themselves for the honor of the most sacred day.
All right. So you see these people, this is a transition from Israel knowing their nationality, knowing their identity, knowing their language, their cultures, keeping it to the best of their ability, right? To being a Grecian, putting on strange hats. It's like a Maccabees, right? Even in the 4th chapter. You got it, King. And we bring this up because Jake wouldn't be so damn deep. But before that book. Hey, man, we're before that book, man. All right. Hey, you still have the nation of Israel before the scriptures. So, I mean, what's your point, man? That's proof in the pudding. Even before we had the physical, you know, the physical book before us, we still knew that we was Israelites. What are you talking about? You got it. This is the book of Job, chapter 38, verse 36. Who hath put wisdom in the inward parts, or who hath given unto understanding to the heart? Who can number the clouds? That's rhetorical, or that's plain. Because we know the Most High can do all of that at the end of the day. Read that one more time slowly. This is the book of Job, chapter 38 and verse 36. Who hath put wisdom in the inward parts, or who hath given understanding to the heart? Who hath put wisdom into the inward parts and wisdom to the heart? Only the Most High can do that. So the Most High has shut up, you know, his mind from the understanding of scriptures, to understand the wisdom, the truth, the knowledge, you know, everything in between. We bring out John 6:63.
The book of John, chapter 6, verse 63, and it reads, Is it the spirit that quickeneth? The flesh profiteth nothing.
The flesh profiteth nothing. So we don't give a damn about no damn DNA test. What's your DNA? The haplo G, the haplo J. Go ahead.
The words that I speak unto you, they are the spirit and they are life.
Hey, they're a spirit and they are life, man. Go to 1 Timothy 6:16. Who's your little king? 1. Okay. You get Isaiah 9:1, King.
Read the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6, verse 16. Who only have immortality dwelling in the light, which no man can approach, and to whom no man have seen nor can see, to whom the honor and power everlasting. Amen. Charge them that are rich in this world, that they may be not high-minded, nor trust in certain riches, but in the living God.
See, look, the point is, this man is high-minded. He trusts in man's wisdom. He trusts in all this folly. Go ahead.
Who giveth us richly all things to enjoy, that they do good, that they be rich in good works, ready to distribute, willing to communicate, laying up and store for themselves a good foundation against the time to come.
That's right.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel.
Hey, come here real quick, sisters. Come here real quick. Right? We got John 3:16 for y'all. Come here real quick. Sister. We know y'all hear us.
Hey, sister.
I ain't like him.
Come hear the Bible.
Yeah.
But Israel doeth not know. My people doeth not consider.
But guess what? That man rather considered it. So, hey, can you pull up that man's picture again? Right? Instead of considering the words of the Most High, Yahweh Shema Shai, he considers the so-called white man's book. As if the so-called white man, you know, didn't lie to you enough. That's that indoctrination. 400 years of slavery. I'm still going to believe in his words. That's a shame. You trying to pull that man back up? Israel before what? Yaakov. Yahweh before Israel. Hey, man. Hey, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. This is his God. See, now, if it was a Jake, you know, it don't matter at the end of the day, but if it was Jake, bro, he wouldn't believe it. The point is, he believed in the so-called white man over his own, people. That's pulling out historical facts, proof. Daniel E. Fleming is an American biblical scholar. Astrologist. Hey, take that, man. I don't want that. You got it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9 and verse 1. Nevertheless, the dimness shall not be such as was in her vexation when at the first sight he lightly afflicted the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, and afterward did more grievously.
Like the point is, hey, Israel, hey, we're done, man. Because we've been constantly eating from the so-called white man's word instead of the words of the Lord. Who had a precept? That's right.
This is the book of Job, chapter 13. I'm going to go straight to the point. I'm going to start at verse 14. Behold, he breaketh down, and it cannot be built again. He setteth up a man, there can be no opening. Right? So if the Lord take you out of this thing, no man can bring you back into the truth.
Hey, that's a beautiful precept. Can you get Luke 24:44? And the Most High shut up that wisdom.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 24 and 40. And when he had thus spoken, he soothed them his hands and his feet. And while they yet believed not for joy and wondered, he said unto them,
Verse 45. Yeah, 44.
Verse 44, and he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all these things must be fulfilled, which were not written in the law of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me. Then opened he their understanding, that they might understand the scriptures, and said unto them, thus it is written, and thus it behooved Christ to suffer and to rise from the dead the third day.
Right. Hey, not everybody can understand that. He had to open up their mind to understand it. Alright, so if you're not understanding some of the scriptures, you can't get mad at the Lord. Lord, why you not doing this? Hey, we already brought it out in Job 30 and 36. The Most High has the authority. He has the keys to unlock your mind and let it flow, let the waters of wisdom flow into you. You can bring out Sirach 24 and 13.
Yeah. We just gave him. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and verse 10. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die.
Get Proverbs the 8th chapter and last verse. Let's play it upon tables. I don't need a deep breakdown.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All that hate me love death.
Love what?
Love death.
Hey, that man's loves death, right? And when you love death, you're suicidal. You're considered a maniac, right? You're a nut job. You loathe yourself. You're a freak. You're a pervert. Bring that out. Hold that. Let's bring that out one more time. And can we hold this and bring out Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 14? Let's read this one more time while this brother again, Wisdom of Solomon.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 36. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death.
Love what?
Love death.
They love death. You got it, King.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 14. For he created all things that they might have.
Verse 13.
Verse 13. For God made not death, neither have he pleasure in the destruction of the living.
Start verse 12.
God. Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 12. Seek not death in the era of your life.
And a lot of people do that by searching out these different books. Because these books can lead you into death. Into how to be contrary to the Lord. Right?
And pour not upon yourself destruction with the works of your hands.
Right, let me go into this book. Let me go into that book. Now you pour destruction upon yourself. Right? He wasn't admonishing these many books that are upon the earth. So he killed himself by reading these many books. Right? There's more ways to kill yourself besides a damn gun and a knife and pills and drugs. Open up these books. The book of Enoch. The book of Jubilees. days. Ordering off all these damn books off Amazon. Can't even pay your bills now. You know, just reading these books, flipping through them. Hey, I forget the word, man. Book of Enoch. Hey, did you know? I bet you know it's albino. Try to think they pulling something deep. He wasn't albino, man. Yeah.
I had a precept.
What precepts? Was you already in? Okay. God. Trying to get it with us again. So like 15 and 10 through 12. Let's get this. Who's your Oh, that's your precept? Okay. Hey, brother, put the straw hat. Come here real quick. It's gonna be cool now, man. All last days. It's gonna be cool now. That's his name, right? From Mortal Kombat at the. Yeah, wanna be cool loud and red. Wanna be Samurai Jack, man.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 15, verse 10. For praise shall be uttered in wisdom, and the Lord will prosper it. Say not thou, it is through the Lord that I fell away, for thou oughtest not to do the things that he hateth. Say not thou, he hath caused me to err, for he hath no need of the sinful man.
Right, that's playing upon tables as well. Right? You can't say, oh, the most I made let me down this direction. No, brother, you was being wicked. Right? You was wicked, and now you put this destruction and death upon yourself. Don't say the Lord made me. No, you did it, brother. Yeah, you wanted to read the book of Enoch. The Lord told you don't read that book. The Lord said, don't read these many books, and I'm going to read it. The Lord led me down this true path. No, he didn't. Stop lying. Now you've been false witness. That's blasphemy to the Holy Ghost. Right? And guess what? That can't be forgiven. You got it. It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. Hey, what's your nationality? As for us, our eyes as yet felt for our vain help in our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. That's right. We have watched for a nation that could not save us. Go to Proverbs 22 and 22, right? His so-called culture, it's not going to teach them how to treat your brothers, how to love each other. It's not going to give you that true wisdom that you really, desire. I got two more. This one in there, Isaiah 47 and 1. Hey, brother. Come here real quick. Can you take a picture of this one? You said what? What's your nationality? What tribe? Alright. You buy anything today? What you buy today? I said, what you buy today? What did you buy today? Yeah.
What did you buy today? What did you buy today?
Alright. Well, where your fringes at, brother? Say it's a Sabbath, I can't buy, Hey, man. Most have mercy, whom you have mercy. Damn, I wanted to, what did you have? It was Ezekiel 47:1. Oh, Proverbs 22 and 22. Hey, sister. What's your nationality? Real quick, yeah, you. Come here real quick. We got John 3:16 up here for you. Come here.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 47.
Let's hold this. Come here real quick. What's your nationality?
Black.
Right? Color my boots. See that? You know the so-called white man told us we black? You sure they did it?
I said I'm sure they did.
You know what else he told us? This is the land of the free. Right? Is it really the land of the free? Nah. It's not. I mean, what else did the so-called white man lie to us about? Who discovered America? Who invented everything? Who even discovered lightning? Who was that man that they said discovered lightning? Benjamin Franklin. he discovered the lightning. Something to that extent. So why would I believe him when he tells me I'm a black man? Yeah, I spit on that title. Yeah, I don't want to be black. You want to be black? You want to be black? Y'all black? Nobody up here is black. So if we're not black, then who are we, sister? I'm the color of my boots. I'm the color of my pants. That's right. You heard it? You're brown. Right? Brown and black, they're two different colors. If I say bring me a black ball and you bring me a brown one, I'm going to say that's not it. So if we're not black, then who are we really, sister? Who are we really? Well, we're flesh and we're blood, right? We come from the same people. All right, so you believe in the Bible? No, why is that? Be honest, talk to us. Why is that?
Because the white man gave it to us.
So-called white man gave it to us?
Yeah, so I don't follow it.
Well, guess what? Guess who really gave it to us? Hey, so-called black men, women, and children. We're really so-called, the Heavenly Father chiefly gave it to us, right? And he told the men, hey, teach your people. Bring out Revelation 1:13. Now, you said the white man wrote this book, right? All right. Now, if I was a white man, this would be the last verse I have in this Bible. One of the last ones. But let's see what it says.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 1, verse 13. And in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one likened to the Son of Man.
That's another title for Christ, the Son of Man. Continue.
Clothed with the garment down to the foot.
Yeah, very long garment on. You listening? Very long garment. Continue.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
White like what?
Were white like wool.
Consider white, but what type of texture of hair did he have? Was it stringy like the so-called white man's hair? Or is it woolly like her hair? It was woolly, right?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Which people on earth only have woolly hair? We do, right? So we can say, okay, the process of elimination damn sure can't be the white man, can't be the Arab man, can't be nobody else but us, right? Let's continue. Let's see what else it said.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
Right, if your feet are brown, which is, the same complexion as brass, what does that mean the rest of your body is? Brown, right? Similar to her feet. Her feet isn't different from the rest of her, color. All right, that's right. But what if her feet was burnt as if it was, it's like what if her feet was black as if it burnt in a furnace? What would that make the rest of her body? Very dark, right? So if you saw a man today with woolly hair, with dark complexion, what would you say he is? A white man, an Asian man, East Indian man? You say that's a so-called black man, right?
If he looks like white.
Yeah, if you walk like a duck, if you walk like a duck, you gotta be a duck, right? So, why did the so-called white man, people wrote this book, why would he say the savior of the world, of Israel, is a white man? Or so it's like, why would he say the savior of the world, or the savior of the Jews is a so-called white man? Or black man, that's what I'm saying. If I'm white and I'm writing this book, why would I say the savior is black?
Technically, it's not saying he's black. It's just describing.
But if I describe you the same way it's described in the scriptures, everybody will know, okay, I'm talking about a black person, right?
I mean, it's
So-called.
open to interpretation from beginning to end. The type book is open to interpretation.
If somebody in your family is missing and you have to describe them, is that open for interpretation? You won't say, no, he looked just the way I say he is, right?
From the lady went missing.
Exactly, right? And so it looks exactly the way he says. So if he's so-called black, what would that make his mother and his father? So-called black. Along with his aunties and uncles, nieces and nephews, grandparents and neighbors, his community is so-called black. They came in different shades of brown. And guess what they called themselves? It wasn't black. It wasn't niggas. It wasn't Afro-Americans. It was Israelites. Have you heard of that before? So if Christ is an Israelite, and they all had children 100 years down the line, they'll still be Israelites. Or 1,000 years down the line, they'll still be Israelites, correct? So rich people today, 1,000 years later, will have to be the Jews. That would be us, right? But I thought the white man wrote this book.
What are you trying to convince me.
I'm not trying to convince you anything but to tell you your true nationality. Because if the sky is blue, it's blue, right?
No, I know that. I know that I'm not a black person.
Right.
But in America, when I check my boxes,
Yeah,
paperwork.
yeah, that's the so-called white man's doing, right?
We gotta do what we want.
Yeah, we gotta move in wisdom in this world. Now you can still put other nationality, Israelite, right? But guess what? They still going to see you black, so-called. But again, the point is this: that we're not the color of a crayon box. We're not a continent, neither are we a country. Right? We're a people for a place, and in the scriptures it tells us that we're Israelites. Right? But guess what? Our people are so busy being indoctrinated for 400 plus years, they can't help but to say the so-called white man wrote this book. They can't help but to say nothing but negative things. Because that's what the church did for us. Nothing. Alright? So when we think of the church, we think of the Bible. We say, oh, the church did this? That means the Bible ain't nothing. Alright? But the scriptures really tell us who we are. In fact, there's another verse that that describes the color of a man's skin. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 1:5. Keep in mind, a lot of people say the white man wrote that book. He wrote that book. Again, if I was white, I would not put this verse in here. This is Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. Whoever got it first, sharpen the sword. Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. If I was a white man, I'd say, hey, he's white, and he's white, and he's white, and this is white. Everybody's white. All right, so check this out, sister.
The book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black, become.
I'm what?
I am black, become.
Hold on. Do you see this? This is the Holy Bible. This is the Holy Bible, right?
O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
Oh, ye daughters of who?
O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
Who dwelt in Jerusalem? The Israelites, right?
As the tents of Kedar.
As the tents of Kedar.
As the curtains of Solomon.
As the curtains of Solomon, right? So let me ask you something. Who's the president? Well, let's say you know the president of China, right? He's a Chinese man, right? That means his citizens look just like him, correct? What if you go to Japan? The president is going to look just like his people, right? Isn't it like that all over the world? So if Solomon is the king, what would that, and he's a so-called black man, what would that make his people? So-called black, right? So we're proving to you out the Bible that there's melanated men, women, and children in here. So that means the white man couldn't write this. Because the white man already said he's white. But the Bible say otherwise. So which is it? Is Christ really white or black? Or does it not matter? Hey, if we believe in the word, then we know that he's a melanated man. And every word of God is pure, like it's in Proverbs 30 and 5. All right, that's beautiful. We know we Israelites. But what's next? What else? What do we do? Do you love God? You love God, right? How do you know you love God? What do you do for him? You said what? Good things. Good is subjective nowadays, right? It's good to me can be selling dope, right? That don't mean it's good in the eyes of the Lord. So good in the eyes of the Lord is doing what he says. That's Job 28 and 28. That's the fear of the Lord. That's how we gain wisdom, by doing what he says. And if you tell her to do something, you want to hear any talk back, any lip. You want to hear some lip if you tell her to do something? But nevertheless, if it's like something in the flight that's pick that up. No, mom. You want to hear that? No, you're going to be upset. You're going to, what you say? Right? You're going to lay that hand upon her. That's you chastising her. That's you showing that you love her. Right?
No. We don't hit our kids. That's not how you show them. But I think we should.
Go to Proverbs 13.
21.
You said what? Okay. And our people got no right from wrong, right? And we agree to that to an extent. We're not saying for every situation just beat them up. We're not saying every situation just kick their butt, right? But if they do something worthy of, like, a spanking, it's a spanking, right? It is what it is. Let's bring it up.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 24. He that spareth his rod hateth his son.
What did it say?
He that spareth his rod hateth his son.
If you spare the rod, right, or a belt or your hand from your son, what's going to happen?
But he that loveth him, chastiseth him betimes.
Right. So if you spare the rod, you don't really love your son or your daughter, right? But if you love him, you're going to chastise him. when need be. Of course, with that verse, you have to apply judgment and wisdom. Because if he dropped a pencil, you can't, just knock him out.
Proverbs 23 and 23 and start at 13.
That's right. This is Proverbs 23 and 13. You got kids, right? Don't you spank them sometimes? Exactly, when necessary. But not over every little thing.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 23.
But the white man not going to tell
read
us
it all the way to
the white man
15.
say don't display your kids at all. And we see how they grow up. You don't got to put your kids on a leash, right? You don't got to worry about your kid shooting up at school. You don't got to worry about your kid doing crack, talking back to his mom. Shut up, Mom. I'm going to play the games with Timothy, and it is what it is. Y'all don't have to worry about that because you discipline your child. This is what the Bible tells us. The more we read the scriptures, the more we understand a white man couldn't have wrote that. Let's read it.
Proverbs 23 and 13. Withhold not correction from the child.
What do you say?
Withhold not correction from the
I
child.
don't want to withhold correction from a child.
For if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die.
You're not going to die, right? You're not, as long as you're not trying to, you know what you're doing when you spank your kid. You know if you're trying to, you know what you're doing. So let's bring out Deuteronomy 20 and 68, right? So the Lord instructed our kids to know who we are. Bring out Deuteronomy 65. The white man didn't let your kids do whatever. Be a free spirit, right? You kind of pluck the leaf from the tree, toss it in the wind and say, that's your life. That's your spirit. Go with the flow. That's not what it is. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 5. Right?
It's not the
Holy Bible. And this is beautiful. I kind of cried when I read this verse. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 5. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart.
It's going to be in your heart, the words of the Lord, the commandments, right? Let's continue.
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy child. To who? To thy children. To thy children. Are y'all teaching your children the commandments? A lot of our people don't. That's because, again, you might think this is the white man's book and might not believe in it. That's through indoctrination. But we're here to tell you that you have to believe in the Bible, right? If you really want to raise up your household in order, right? Bring this up. And thou, Slakia, and shalt teach, Slakia, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house. Talk to them when they sit in thy house, and what? And when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. That's right. Let me ask you an honest question. Be real with me. Let me ask you first. Do you want your son in a dress? Do you really want your son in a dress? Let me ask you something, sister. Do you want your daughter to be a harlot in this world? No, not at all. Nobody does, right? So how do you prevent that? What do you do? Yeah, you can tell them, but you have to use the word. This is the word of the Lord. You have to show them, right? You have to be that righteous example. Bring out Ezekiel 16 and 44. Because the Bible teaches us about the mother and daughters and what happens. Whoever got it first, Ezekiel 16 and 44. Right? What are the ups and downs, all this good stuff. Everything in between. It's like the Bible. No parenting book is going to teach us what the scriptures teaches us.
This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 16 verse 44. Behold, everyone that uses proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter.
As is the mother, so is her daughter. Right? Everybody heard that before, or I would hope. Right? If the daughter moving in a certain way, that means the mother's moving in that way. Or really vice versa. If the mother's moving in a certain way, the daughter's going to follow up after her. Right? So if the mother is a harlot, and being a whore in the land, that's what the daughter going to eventually do. That's what's her role model, the mother. Well, my mommy got 5 men. That's cool, that's fine. I'm going to have 7 men. Oh, my daddy sell drugs. All right, I'm going to sell more drugs to him. Right? Unfortunately, that's how it is because our people don't know the commandments. That sucks, right? That's why you see our people sagging their pants, hating each other. Our women, let me ask you something, sister. Do you want your daughter to dress like all the other women on the land? Be real. However she feels comfortable, right? Do you want your daughter to dress however she wants to feel?
I don't have no girl with no.
Yeah, no. It's a reason why he says no. Because you know, as a man, you don't want your daughter to gain up all that attraction, right? Now you can say it's my body, it's whatever. We're not living in a perfect world. Therefore, we have to use wisdom, right? I wouldn't walk down the street without being bothered by the police. I wouldn't walk down the street without, you know, being shot, whatever. We're not living in a perfect world. So as a result of that, we have to use wisdom. We have to apply wisdom and understand it to avoid crazy, bad situations. Does that make sense? That's not the scriptures. That's Ecclesiastes 8 and 5. Bring that out real quick. This is Ecclesiastes 8 and 5. This is how we keep our kids out of trouble.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 5, and it reads, Whoso keepeth the commandments shall feel no evil thing, and a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment.
Let's find out one of the commandments. Let's go to Deuteronomy 20:25. Deuteronomy 20. Hold on, one last one. Hold on, that's so right. See? And there was one that, and then
Leviticus 19:29.
See, so who's going to bring that out? Who's going to bring this out? Deuteronomy 20:25. See, now, you know, she don't really care, right? But we know, you know, a lot of our men, we wouldn't want our daughters to do whatever they want.
That's right.
Because, you know, that's a reflection upon you. And that's going to bring you soreness and grievousness.
Right.
You seem a little older, so I'm sure, you know, she just don't know yet. But as soon as when her daughter get pregnant at 17, she's doing this, close your legs. It's going to be too late. They're young, like you said.
Leviticus
You said what, Odie?
19:29.
For the parents and the aunties.
That's right.
You don't teach your daughters, you know, if you don't show them, if the mothers don't show them a good role model and how to respect themselves and how not to be free or not free, but you can men, that's all they can do.
Yep.
So they got to teach them the way that their grandmothers taught our mothers.
That's right. And, you know, she might not have seen her grandmother. Only for a little bit, but we know our grandmothers, they, you know, my great grandmother still alive, and even she told us that.
It hurts to see our young ladies women out here like that.
Mm-hmm.
You say something,
And then they say, why are these men coming to me? You dress him like her.
what you got on.
Yeah. And would you want your son to just chase after every woman wearing anything? No.
He could be in some world of trouble.
That's right. That's right, brother. That's right, brother. You bring it out. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God. So what's a woman's garment, brother? You know what a woman's garment is, right?
Covered from head to toe.
Yeah, that's a dress. That's a skirt, right? So if a man can put that on, right? So what can a woman put on that pertains to a man?
They should put none of them. Pants, they wear pants and long sleeves.
You said it. They should. Are they wearing pants? No. Do our men look at them and say, oh, damn, she fine, I can see her whole body? No, they don't say that. They can't see nothing. So when you have your daughter dressed like that, hey, you know, nobody gonna look at her. She's gonna stay out of harm's way. They don't gotta worry about, he's hitting on me, he's hitting me. You got these women dressing modestly, or, you know, I'm putting these women, you got these women dressing modestly, but then women back there, they don't give a damn. I got my tummy out. I got, for the whole world, I'm smoking. I got my babies right here. It is what it is.
They dress the same way.
Why you judging me? Why you judging me? Our people don't want to hear that. They don't like correction. They take it as offense. They get real emotional. Hey, right is wrong and wrong is, it's like right is right and wrong is wrong. So yes, our women have to dress more modestly. They can't wear tight ass pants and leggings and skirts. See that? Where are the fathers at? It's a shame. I didn't see that over there. We didn't see that over there. Hey, the father was in the front, leading them on. Who was leading them? The woman, the oldest lady. Literally, the oldest lady was leading them. Hey, as the mother, so is her daughter. You said what? That's the pack. Her ass all out.
This is Leviticus chapter 20 and 29.
No, 1929.
Selected. 19 and 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall into whoredom and the land become full of wickedness.
And even doing something light as that or heavy as that, you may say, oh, that's not bad. That's going too deep. No, guess what? That's attracting guys. And she knows that. She knows, our women are not dumb. They know what's going to attract the guy, right? So when they're attracting these guys and sleep with them, that's them becoming a whore in the land. And if the man or the wife, the mother or the father doesn't correct them, guess what? They let their daughter be a whore in the land.
Yeah, that God,
they pimping her.
That God or king won't look at them at all.
You said what?
God and king won't even look at them.
That's right. One last question. What's your nationality?
What's my nationality?
Yeah.
We don't know my nationality because it's not my country.